I'm a contrarian, right? So here's what you probably been hearing from a few panels, not today, but let me start with saying, if you produce content that's meant for a particular platform, you're never going to make money. Okay, so start with breaking that as your starting point of the conversation. No one platform can afford that content, doesn't matter how cheap or how expensive it is, because the monetization just doesn't exist between consumption, piracy, and everything else that lies in between. You will not make enough money. So you have to build content that goes across platforms, right? That has to be the starting point of the thought behind how you're building this. I think more and more people are starting to realize that, and even the content buyers are starting to realize that. So they're getting a little less ambitious with the way they're demanding the rights come through. And I'm speaking of this from my personal experience, because we also help a lot of companies run rights management platforms. And we're seeing how the rights market is evolving. So that's the starting point of it. The other thing is aggregation is going to become the next thing to look at. Now, this is the storyteller in me coming back, right? I come from India, where we've grown from being a cable operation business to a DTH, or a DTO as we call it, where we moved away from where an aggregator used to add value, buy services and provide it at a reasonable price, then buying it differently individually, right? And we're now realizing that that was the way to do it, because in the short run, you make money when you go back and bring parity in trying to say that everybody needs to pay the same price. But in the long run, that doesn't work, because then you get into situations where you lose a large portion of the audience. So India is, again, a market where there's 1.4 billion people. If you can make $1 of them on a daily basis, that's more money than you can make doing anything else. You have to think differently of how you're going to monetize your strategy. Content's there. If you're able to get it to them, and then as we talk further on how we make it available to the users, we have to get past the wall gardens that exist in technology, because otherwise finding content is going to be impossible. So that's now the technologist in me now to try and tell you, we got to do things slightly differently.